What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside is Ken. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So TCU's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down. The profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. To throw, it's Owens. Unloads to the wideout. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that...
He's got it, first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Leaves it with the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Horned Frogs are flying down the field. Motion from the wideout. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Inside the 30. Breaks into the open. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The Horned Frogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gamecocks offense has the ball for the first time. And, Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him. Sometimes you play zone. Mix it up. Give different looks because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Got him downfield. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Here comes the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Overton. Makes the grab. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it all in that last play.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
He'll do it himself on the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He breaks a tackle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
Leaves it with the back. There he goes. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing.
Back to pass, it's Overton. And the misconnection on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Using his legs, it's Payne. Past the first down marker and still running. Hits a seam wide open. He just broke the century mark. 100 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the back. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this, if it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
They're trying to get some breathing room from deep in their own territory. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Overton. He's got the back in the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. have to make that catch. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll take the deep shot. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in.
offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
South Carolina, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Overton. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll try to pop the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just... Big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Touch pass on the right. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Back to throw. It's Overton. Got his man downfield. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got the first down and more. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing out.
They'll move the wide receiver. Toss to the outside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here and stay on the field.
Back to throw. It's Owens. The quick out. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Ezukama. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
And, guys, how many first downs is that just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
And the Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
TCU 21, South Carolina 7.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to throw. It's Overton. Got his man. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Works the middle of the field. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. the defense is the first one they've used this half. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Complete to the right. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Well, this is a defense. Takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Overton. It's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Caught over the middle. It's Clark. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on 4th down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
On the direct snap, it's Allen. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecock.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air, it's Owens. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. He's looking deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today.
The Horned Frogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
On the direct snap, it's Allen. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Dropping back, it's Owens. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Payne. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
The pitch to the left. Look out, he's got room.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Catch in the middle, it's Baker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
And the Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The offense changing the play. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, TCU.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Owens. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
On 4th down, going to the air. And as he throws, complete on the comeback. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the 3rd quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed.
Touchdown, TCU! And that one will give him the lead.
TCU.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Washington is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Warren Moon, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 11 to Notre Dame. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much.
Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Trying to get the corner. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And it's been a little bit of a frustrating day for this offense. They want to get the run game going, and they want to get it to their stud at running back, but he just hasn't found a lot of area. And here's the thing. If you don't have successful runs, now it's 2nd and long, and this offense, they haven't been in a great spot because physically they haven't been able to run the football.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Overton. Finds his man, it's Clark. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
And the Gamecocks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Gives it on the option. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him in.
Got some room in under the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Here he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Creates a little space. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. back to pass. It's Overton. That's caught. It's Allen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. Going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in third and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but man, does he have a good feel, and he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get. Smart scramble. Nice job getting the first down.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for loss.
Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Clark. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets one fly deep. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab on the left side. There he goes. Touchdown, TCU. They move on top here in the fourth.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Scanning the field, it's Overton. Got a man, it's Clark. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Stands in and takes the hit. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Here's the return. Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And they bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Look, let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Snagged in the middle. It's Ezukama. After the filthy move, he's got room. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Owens. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains. The Horned Frogs are marching down the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. Looking to throw, it's Overton. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right?